Good afternoon, everyone.
The PDP new generation. We are at your service and the Nigerian nation. On Saturday, 30th July 2022, you honored our invitation and attended the unveiling ceremony of Operation Rescue Nigeria 2.0. Your presence at the event boosted the morale and confidence of over 100,000 young men and women across the country. It confirms your belief in us and expression of love for the younger generation. Your Excellency, sir, your presence at the occasion contributed to the success of the event. This is why we have assembled here today to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation. Your Excellency, sir, you recall that in 2018, during the presidential campaign, in one of your speeches, you made an undertaking that if elected president, 40% of your cabinet will be for youth and women. Sir,
Clap now.
Sir, please, you need to revisit that undertaking. We are requesting for a more percentage. Since the Civil War, Nigeria has never been this divided. As a country, our problem today is beyond security. It is beyond education. It is beyond economy, and of course, beyond corruption. The major problem that has given birth to all these other problems is the religious, ethnic, and social division of Nigeria. And it is only after we achieve unity as a country that we can have peace and progress, which will then solve the issues of security, economy, education, corruption, etc., etc. Out of all the 8 presidential candidates for the 2023 general elections, Your Excellency, you are the only one with a voice in the Southwest, Southeast, South-South, North Central, Northeast, and Northwest. Your Excellency, you are the only presidential candidate that can solve the major problem of Nigeria by bonding its broken union. It is on this note that PDP New Generation has taken it upon itself to join all forces to ensure that you are sworn in as the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Dear sir, as we begin the process of implementing our campaign strategy, PDP New Generation will soon unveil and inaugurate a Youth and Women Presidential Campaign Council. This will be the first of its kind in the People's Democratic Party. And as the first PDP presidential candidate to have a Youth and Women Presidential Campaign Council, we are seeking for your blessings, your guidance, your support, contribution, and finally, your endorsement. During our just concluded event, in your speech, you mentioned that all campaigns should focus down to the polling units. Your Excellency, sir, we want to assure you that PDP New Generation has a nationwide spread and ward representatives in over 20 states of Nigeria. As such, we have designed strategies on how to have representation in all the 176,846 polling units of Nigeria. Your Excellency, sir, at this juncture, permit me to let the stage for my other colleagues to also make their remarks. Thank you, sir.
Always done when I meet you in secret. On behalf of all my colleagues, I want to thank you for your support and all you are doing. And I want to assure you that we will continue to do our best to take your gospel to the unit level, because this time around, like you said, the election will be won in our various units. I want to assure you that we will not fail you, and we want to plead with you that the necessary support you have to give to us should be given to us 100%, and in turn, we will come out victorious. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Permit me to first of all appreciate you for what you have done for me on Wednesday. 2019, you sent 5 million naira to federal, all the federal House of Rep candidates directly through the party, which I enjoyed. And 3 weeks before the election, may Almighty Allah forgive late Badia. He also called me that I have another 5 million naira from you. I will be among the House of Rep candidates if we win. So, like 10 million naira was given to me from you. So I appreciate you, sir, for that. Well, when you said polling unit strategy, there's no other way. All we need is the ability to supervise and monitor our focus. But most importantly, sir, since 2011, PDP has not been enjoying political administrative relationship with civil society. Yes. And about 6 months ago, we call ourselves through this platform. We open the relationship of civil society to work with PDP. And as of today, out of close to 40,000 registered civil society in Nigeria, with about 846,000 field operation officers, majority are willingly ready to partner with PDP. And I can tell you this on the authority with due respect, sir. It was demonstrated in Osun when people voluntarily, I coordinated it to Osun. Most of the civil society that was the other side actually called 6 hours before the time and said because of articulated identifier, they had to also partner with the PDP. On this note, it's important to note on the final note that the campaign struggle should be a movement this time around. This is the only option that we all have. God forbid bad thing. Atiku is the only solution in this Nigeria. I have said it on several platforms that a local of APC is about individualism, while national unifier is everything about institutionalism. And until you become the president, our institution is still crawling. On this note, we believe in you. We are ready to work with you. We've learned our mistakes, and by doing so, Nigerian youths are ready and readily happy to work with you. Once again, thank you, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Our father, our leader, our inspiration, and our motivation. The history of Nigerian politics and democracy can never be written without your name mentioned boldly. Your role and contribution to the success of the People's Front of Nigeria, Social Democratic Party SDP, People's Democratic Party, and struggle for the democracy of Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. Your Excellency, it is on this note that we have come here today to present to you a certificate of excellence for your role and contribution to the growth of Nigeria. On behalf of the PDP New Generation, I, Abdullahi Ahmed Mahmoud, Director General of PDP New Generation, will be presenting to you today a certificate of excellence. Your Excellencies.
Be seated. Be seated. Handshake again. This afternoon for this visit. I thought I should make a small amendment, to yes, I promised Nigerian youth about 40%, no doubt about that, and I mean it. But if you put together 40% and also Nigeria is a signatory to the Beijing Conference on Women Representation, it is going to be more than that if it is women and youth. And the PDP administration since 1999 has been making sure that the percentage of women as per Beijing conference is always being reflected in our government. The only time that that has not been reflected is during the administration of the APC. The APC administration is not pro-women, is not pro-youth. Look at the administration, look at the face of the administration today. So, if we had made mistakes in the last 8 years, I think it is time we realize that we have made mistakes and we should correct those mistakes and elect a government that is sensitive to our demography. So I want you to take this message to the lawyers' unit. There is no better party that can serve, protect your interests other than PDP. Having said that, I really want to appreciate for what I have seen at the Yaradua Center and what you are out to do. Believe me, I would not have continued to be in politics. But of course, all of you are my kids. I mean, my children are all your age mates. I always reflect to say, what am I going to leave for these kids? Basically, that's the motivation. I want to thank God. I want to thank Nigeria for what it has done to me. And like I always tell them, I said, if I were to be born today, I would not have the opportunities I had. Certainly not. This is because subsequent governments or administrations have really disappointed the people of this country. Because if you come from a poor background, I'm afraid your future may not be realized. It will be a miracle. If I were, as I told you that day, if I were to be born today, I don't think I would have even gone to school. So what are those things that enable people like me to be what I am today? I think that's what we need to look at. We need to look at education, free in those days. Qualitative education, free. What we have today, we have tried our best as PDP administration, set up all the institutions that will ensure qualitative education for every child in this country. But it is very, very disappointing that all these institutions have not lived up, to our expectations. So you really need a leadership that can be firm, that can be strong, that can drive these institutions to make sure that they implement what they have been established to implement. So, but we will continue to strive to do our best to make sure we leave a legacy for you from where you can continue. So I thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellence.
Thank you very much.